session, we are going to learn about tabulation in statistics. A logical step after classifying the statistical data is to present them in the form of tables. A table is a systematic organization of statistical data in rows and columns. The main objective of tabulation is to answer various queries concerning the investigation. Tables are very helpful while carrying out the analysis of collected data and subsequently for drawing inferences from them. It is considered as the final stage in the compilation of data and forms the basis for its further statistical treatment. Advantages of tabulation. To simplify complex data, tabulation simplifies complex data by arranging them systematically in a meaningful manner. So, tabulation converts confusing information in understandable form. It is a logical step of presenting statistical data after the classification. It ensures the reader to understand the required information with ease as the information is contained in rows and columns with figures. Comparison is made simple by displaying data to be compared in a single table. It is easy to remember the data points or items if they are properly placed in the form of table, as it provides a kind of visual aid. It facilitates each computation easily and helps easy deduction of errors and omissions. Types of tables. Statistics tables can be classified under two general categories. They are general table and summary tables. General table contains a collection of detailed information including all that it is relevant to the subject or theme. The main purpose of such tables is to present all the information available on a certain problem at one place for easy reference, and they are usually placed in appendices of reports. Summary tables are designed to serve some specific purposes. The summary tables are also called derivative tables because they are derived from the general tables. They are smaller in size than general tables, emphasize on some aspect of data and are generally incorporated within the text. The information contained in the summary table aims at analysis and inference. Hence, they are also known as interpretative tables. The statistical tables may further be classified into two broad classes, namely simple tables and complex tables. A simple table summarizes information on a single characteristic and is also called a univariate table. Example: the marks secured by a batch of students in a class test are displayed in this table. This table is based on a single characteristic, namely marks, and from this table we may observe the number of students in each class of marks. The questions such as number of students scored in the range 50 to 60, the maximum number of students in a specific range of marks, and so on can be determined from this table. A complex table summarizes the complicated information and presents them into two or more interrelated categories. For example, if there are two coordinate factors, the table is called a two-way table or bivariate table. If the number of coordinate groups is 3, it is a case of three-way tabulation, and if it is based on more than 3 coordinate groups, the table is known as higher order tabulation or a manifold tabulation. Observe this example. This is a two-way table. Here there are two characteristics, namely marks secured by the students in the test and gender of the students. It is observed from the table that 26 students have secured in the range 40 to 50 marks, and among them 16 are males and 10 are females. Observe this example. This is a three-way table with three factors, namely marks, gender and location. From this table, we may get information relating to the distribution of students according to marks, gender and geographical location from where they hail. Components of table. Generally, a table should be comprised of the following components. They are table number and title, stub, which is heading of rows, caption, the heading of columns, body of the table, footnotes and sources of data. First one, table number and title. Each table should be identified by a number given at the top. It should also have an appropriate short and self-explanatory title, indicating what exactly the table presents. Second one, stub. Stub stands for brief and self-explanatory headings of rows. Third one, caption. Caption stands for brief and self-explanatory headings of columns. It may involve headings and subheadings as well. Fourth one, body of the table. The body of the table should provide the numerical information in different cells. Fifth one, footnote. The explanatory notes should be given as footnotes and must be complete in order to understand them at a later stage. Sixth one, source of data. It is always customary to provide source of data to enable the user to refer the original data. A typical format of table is given below. So observe them. The source of data may be provided in a footnote at the bottom of the table. Rules for tabulation. The following points may be considered while constructing statistical table. First one, a table must be as precise as possible and easy to understand. It must be free from ambiguity so that main characteristics from the data can be easily brought out. Presenting a mass of data in a single table should be avoided. Displaying the data in a single table would increase the chances for occurrence of mistakes and would make the table unwieldy. Such data may be presented in more than one table, such that each table should be complete and should serve the purpose. Figures presented in columns for comparison must be placed as near to each other as possible. Percentages, totals and averages must be kept close to each other. Totals to be compared may be given in bold type wherever necessary. Each table should have an appropriate short and self-explanatory title, indicating what exactly the table presents. The main headings and subheadings must be properly placed. The source of data must be indicated in the footnote. The explanatory notes should always be given as the footnotes and must be complete in order to understand them at a later stage. The column or row heads should indicate the units of measurements such as monetary units like rupees and other units such as meters, etc. wherever necessary. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, do comment, share with your friends and don't forget to subscribe Print Codify. Hit the bell icon to never miss any updates from Print Codify.